All right, what's going on, everybody? So, I want to say a few weeks ago, we got a trailer for a new anime game. Hunter x Hunter NEN Impact is being developed by Aiding. I'm here with my friend and fellow YouTuber Rex Bebop. We're going to be talking about this new trailer and everything. And let me just say this right off the bat. Y'all already know I'm not a fan of Hunter x Hunter. Y'all already know. Y'all already know I've said a lot of things about this show, but listen, I've actually heard about this thing beforehand. You know, I heard I want to say a few months ago or whatever. I heard that they were gonna, well, not even a few months ago, like a year ago or whatever, somebody put out a fake leak that there was gonna be a Hunter x Hunter game. It was gonna be developed by Arc System Works. Now that turned out to be false, right? So then, when I would say a few months later or whatever, we got this, I think it was like a rumor or something at the time that Hunter x Hunter was going to get a game, whatever. I'm like, and it was going to be developed by Aiding. For those of y'all that don't know who Aiding is, they are the guys that did Clash of Ninja, they did DNF Duel, they are a very talented developer. So I'm thinking, oh my god, Hunter x Hunter, anime like this that I don't hold in high regard, an anime that I think is bad, is actually like one of the things that people have always levied toward anime games is the fact that, they're all arena fighters. So I'm hearing that so when I heard that they're doing a 2D arena fighter and it's going to be developed by Aiding, and I'm just like, okay, this might actually be a good game. I'm going to go into this with tempered expectations. But then I heard that, Bushy Road, a publisher that puts out a lot of cheap anime license games, that they were going to be the publisher. Then that's when I started getting worried. So my friend here, he sent me the trailer for this. I believe it debuted at the Japan Expo or something, so some kind of event. And when he sent me the trailer, he sent me it from Twitter or X. I hate that freaking name.
We're still calling it Twitter. We ain't calling it X in these parts, partner.
Yeah, so he sent me the video from Twitter, and my first reaction was, why does this game look so fake? And granted, I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, maybe it was the bad quality video. So I went on YouTube and saw the full HD video. I'm like, okay, this looks better, but this looks bad, guys. This looks pretty bad. Like, I've seen some people compare this to Dragon Ball Fighters and everything, and Marvel vs. Capcom, and we'll get into the gameplay in a sec. We'll get there later, but visually, this does not look the part. I've seen people say that, at least this game looks better than the Jujutsu Kaisen game. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. That game might be bad, and I haven't played it yet. I've heard people say that the Jujutsu Kaisen game is like really bad, but one thing you can't say about that game, Dragon Ball, The Breakers, any game that came out recently for like anime games, those games look like they were made from this decade. I've seen some people say this game looked like a PS3 game. This game looks like we're back in the PSP era here, man. Like, the animations look so stiff, the backgrounds look so bland. I've seen some people say, this game looks like a mobile game. There are mobile games. Y'all don't realize there are mobile games that look better than this. Look at the Black Clover game. There was a solo leveling game that I heard came out. I think Genshin Impact is also on mobile phones also. Mm-hmm. There's so many mobile games that look better than this. So don't disrespect mobile games like that.
I've
this
seen
game looks
indie
terrible.
Games that look better than this.
Yeah, man. So I want to first pass it to you, your initial reaction, because you just watched it. So I want to go ahead and pass it to you. Then I'll give more of my thoughts on it.
Oh my god, man! Like, what are y'all doing? This is 2024, man. If games look like this, you deserve all the ridicule. You deserve to be called out. Because when you look at this, and then you look at something like Sparking Zero or Budokai Tenkaichi 4, you deserve every bit of ridicule. I don't care. There's no way a fighting game should be looking like this in 2024. Simply put, this looks like a bootleg Marvel vs. Capcom game. That to me, that's what this looks like, and also a PlayStation 2 game. You're gonna charge $70 for this. What crack are y'all smoking?
Now,
Huh?
to be fair, we don't know about the pricing, but I wouldn't put it past them because here's the thing: it's Bushy Road, and I could have sworn, and y'all can correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, but so I mentioned earlier about the fact that Bushy Road they put out very cheap anime license games in the past. Just to let y'all know, they've done Goblin Slayer. They did that Miss Kobayashi game. They're doing a Mashoko Tensei game. The disrespect on Mashoko Tensei, it is literally a dungeon crawler from what I've seen. It looks like it was made, just like this game, it looks like it was made for $10. Like they just gave them the smallest bit of budget. People are comparing, like I said, people comparing this game to Dragon Ball Fighters. This is a dollar store Dragon Ball Fighter. This is poor man's. The only thing that I will say, if the gameplay, I want to have faith in aiding in terms of the gameplay that hopefully they can pull that off. But like I mentioned before, animations look stiff, characters' mouths aren't moving, and I know they can. I know it's still early development; they can fix that, but it's not a good look right now. But I cut you off. Go ahead.
It's fun. I would put it past them because if you remember correctly, I believe Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash was like $60 or $70.
Well, that was Bandai Namco though. To be fair, that was Bandai Namco.
Okay,
It's
fine.
two different things, but
Still,
everyone slandering for anyone who slanders Bandai Namco, this company Bushy Road, I'm telling y'all, they're worse. They are the devil. They are they are worse. They are the worst thing that happened to anime games. I would have rather Bandai Namco and CC2 or just any other company get their hands on Hunter x Hunter and these properties. Cause if you're going to, because here's the thing, nowadays most of the budget for these anime games, they're not going to the console games, they're going to a mobile because over there in Japan they like handhelds, they like a lot of those devices that you could just play games on the go because they're very out and about in Japan. So that's why like Genshin Impact and all these other little games that you can play on mobile, like the solo leveling game I mentioned, that's why, like, you notice if you look at the Black Clover game that came out or that Full Metal Alchemist game, you notice how great those cutscenes look, how you can compare those games to the My Hero games, to all these other games that we're getting now outside of Sparking Zero that we're getting this year, hopefully. All the budget goes to those mobile games. So like when I saw people, like I mentioned earlier, when I saw people comparing this to a mobile game, I'm just like, y'all clearly don't know what y'all talking about. Because y'all would have honestly had a better experience visually if this was a mobile game. That's a sad thing.
but this is sad. I'm not even big on Hunter x Hunter. I'm not a fan of Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, look, man, I was willing to take my disdain for that series out of it, because again, it's aiding. Aiding is a good. I don't mean to repeat myself, but they're a really good developer. If you haven't played the Clash of Ninja games, go find that somewhere and play them.
Yes,
those are great games. Or even DNF Duel. Because here's another thing, and I'll pass it back to you again because I keep cutting you off. I apologize.
It's fine.
But the thing is that when this thing was announced, and I'm like, okay, the DNF Duel people are doing this. I don't even care about Hunter x Hunter, dude. Put the Hunter x Hunter characters, put Gon, Killua, and all of them. Put them in the because I thought they were just gonna let's just yank them from let's just yank the DNF Duel characters out and put Hunter x Hunter characters in and just switch things up, and that's all you needed to do. Or put them in Clash of Ninja, the Clash of Ninja engine. That's all you needed to do, and I would have been there day one. But they're doing this, and this does not look very good to me.
It does not at all, and again, man, like my dislike for this series aside, I was willing to give this a shot. I was willing to give this a shot because, like, okay, another anime game. All right, fine. But when you look at this, I'm like, I don't. Nah, this isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. Um, yeah. Again, bootleg Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm sorry. This is what it feels like to me. It looks like it, and this should be done better because again, we're in 2024. I don't care if we're on a shoestring and a piece of chicken budget. This should be a lot more than whatever this is.
Like, here's the thing. So, there's this game called Milty Blood. You've probably never heard of it, or you've probably seen me post some gameplay, because I had some gameplay up on the channel beforehand, before I nuked all my videos and got rid of a lot of stuff. But Milty Blood, that's a great fighting game. I know this game is probably, I'm going to tell y'all right now, Hunter x Hunter fans, don't expect a lot out of the roster unless they prove me wrong somehow. Don't expect a lot out of it. This clearly looks like it doesn't have a big budget behind it. But the thing is like visual. I keep going back to the visuals because I think that really. I think if this had a 2D sprite style like Milty Blood, I think they would have been better for it to just have that 2D sprite style, and then even though you're going with the pixel art, I know that's more expensive than 3D models, so they would probably have to cut a lot of the roster. But I would rather they put out a product that looks very well, that looks good and plays good, rather than you put out a product that, the gameplay, like, let's just say that the gameplay is going to be good, right? Because it's aiding. Let's say they nail everything. But visually, this game just does not look. It doesn't even look on par to a PS4 game, and that's a problem. Because I think visuals do matter. Yeah, gameplay is king, but visuals do matter. And let me just say this also, because I know there's gonna be Hunter x Hunter fans that they saw this trailer and they was like, "Dog, I'm buying it. I don't care about the visuals. It's Hunter x Hunter." Again, there are going to be those people out there that they bought it just because the Hunter x Hunter tag is up there, the characters. But let me just say this. If this was anything else, if this was freaking, I don't know, My Little Pony or anything else, if this was anything else, y'all would be like, "Oh, this game looks trash. I'm not buying it, da-da-da-da-da." But because it had your Hunter x Hunter up there, y'all okay with it. Or at least some of y'all. So, like, dude, all I would say is, like, we gotta demand better from these companies when it comes to anime games. Like, we are down bad when it comes to anime games right now, because like I mentioned earlier, we had Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash that came out, and that was poorly received.
And I'll say right now, sorry to cut you off, but even though I'm a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, I did not pick this shit up.
Yeah, I was actually gonna buy the game, but I gotta still watch the anime, so because I don't want to get spoiled from a bad game supposedly, before I watch the entire show. So
yeah, but I didn't give that no time of day. Like, I think after what happened to Connections, and I still stand by what I said in that video months ago. We deserve better, and I'm not just talking about.
Oh Naruto. Yeah, that's another stinker.
I'm not talking about just Naruto at this point. I'm talking about most anime games at this point. Sparking Zero, and I'll transition into this. Bring that in here for a second. Sparking Zero looks like it just came out of the daggone time capsule for us as adults now.
Dude,
for the people who grew up on Tenkaichi, Budokai, all that. Okay, Dragon Ball fans are eating to this day. I don't even like. You can't even dispute this. Kakarot eating. Look at Sparking Zero. Look at this. Look at it.
The only L we got was Dragon Ball The Breakers. Yeah, but I will say that again. It looks like it came out this century. It looks like it came. It looks like it came out past 2010.
And even I'll even give them this. As much as I do not like Xenoverse, I'll give them Xenoverse 2. They're still updating that.
Yep, I want to say they just announced on it not too long ago. Like, they're doing the thing with that. But the thing with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, not to get too off topic though, but I guess I could say this. Compared to this, this game compared to Sparking Zero is visually generations ahead. Like, this is one of the games that not only just looks like a good game in terms of graphics, it looks like a next gen game. Like, it's one of the few games out there I can say, oh, this looks next gen. It legit looks next gen. And it's like, we have these powerful consoles now. There's no excuse for why these games can't look better. But I've talked a lot about the visuals and stuff. What do you think, just to kind of get a little bit into the gameplay? Was there anything that you could say positive about the gameplay?
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's all right.
I mean, did any character really stand out to you?
No, it's like to a degree they have like their own like style to a degree, but other than that, it's just like it's not that much there, man. Like I can see like what they have, what they have to the character is what you're supposed to have to the character. They're not samey, but it feels like it's lacking oomph for me. Is what I'm trying to say. It's lacking the oomph that I'm getting out of Sparking Zero right now.
Yeah, like the only character that looks like if I were to buy the game, the only one that I would probably use is the pedophile clown.
It's so good.
Yeah, that dude. I can't even remember his name. But yeah, I would only use him because his what do you call it, bungee gum thing. Because I saw in the trailer where like it looked like you can like do like Scorpion where you can like pull them to you. Mm-hmm. And like I like characters like that in fighting games and like 2D fighting games like that. So I'd probably use him. Maybe Kurapika because they're chains. But the rest of the characters, like, they just and again, bias against the show. So, but none of these characters they just don't really seem appealing, combat wise, outside of what I've said,
Yeah. I mean, they're just lacking oomph. It's just like, okay, I can see what you guys are trying to do, but it's just like, it's just not doing it for me.
I just want to know, not to cut you off again, but I just want to know what prompted them to make this game outside of, so as far as brand synergy, Togashi did, I want to say he did just issue an update to fans and stuff about the manga not too long ago, I want to say. But other than that, it's like, unless there's an anime coming out pretty soon that continues the story, it's like, this was a pretty random, game to make. Why not do a Jump Force style game with like all the jump characters? Like that, I feel like they should have done that instead. Just had the jump characters in this instead of just Hunter x Hunter characters.
Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be something else. I can tell that this is really not gonna go well. If this is what we have 11 minutes of gameplay to work off of too, and we only have like 6 characters to base this off of right now.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of the gameplay. I watched some of it.
I've seen the character select, and they got like this Soul Calibur 2 like character select screen, and I'm like, okay.
So it's like real old school. Yeah, I've seen like a picture of that.
So I'm like, okay, I see what you guys are trying to do, but it's just like it's just not working for me. It's just not doing it.
Now, do you think this is gonna sell well? To be honest,
no.
I think some people will go out and support it, but I feel like I've always felt like this series just wouldn't make for a good game. That's why I feel like, and maybe there has been Hunter x Hunter games in the past, but no one's ever talked about them. If there have been, like, I feel like they should have, and it was baffling even when I first heard about this. I was like, why didn't they do Yu Yu Hakusho? Like, when it was rumored that this was gonna happen and everything, I was just like, why not do Yu Yu Hakusho? I feel like that's a better series to have a game on. I feel like they'd have more to work with.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to when it comes to this, and I can put my disinterest aside because I've seen enough of character videos on this series to actually know exactly what's going on and all that. And but when it comes to this, it's like they don't have a lot of bones thrown at them. So when it comes to this, I can see Hunter x Hunter fans being like, "I'm gonna get this day one, dog. I'm gonna get this day one." I can see why they're like this because they don't have a lot of options.
I mean, is either that or Jump Force.
I mean,
Go play Jump Force.
it's almost like a daggone like a One Punch Man deal too, because remember that had a game.
No, you know what's funny? You know it got another one, right?
What was it?
Yeah, it got a I want to say it got a mobile game. I want to say just this year, and that mobile game looks better than this.
I knew you were going
Once
there.
again, it looks better. It looks better than this.
I knew you were going there. I knew it.
I mean, I mean, we'll, I mean, we'll have to see with this, but I don't have really any hope. At best, maybe Aiden could at least pull out a decent fighting game, but it's always gonna look janky, unless they again, obviously they're gonna fix. You know, if I mentioned it before, the voices, not the voices, the mouths not moving and everything. Oh yeah, one thing I should mention since I just said voices. Don't expect the English dub. I will be surprised if they get y'all English dub because the budget and then the fact that I don't think the Miss Kobayashi games and the Goblin Slayer games and everything, I don't think those had English dub. I'll be surprised if they had the budget for it. So yeah.
This looks like DOA day one.
And I wonder also, are they gonna have what type of story mode are they gonna have with this?
Oh no, I didn't even think of that.
If any, or if they're just gonna make up one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect rollback netcode and everything. Maybe they'll have online. I don't know, man. But Bushy Road is they're very cheap. I know I keep repeating that, but this publisher does not give their developers a lot to work with. Again, if this game comes out trash, it's not going to be because of aiding. I don't believe that. I don't think they've lost their touch just based off of, because I bought DNF Duel, and that was the thing that got me seeing some people hype about this. It's like, okay, where were y'all for DNF Duel? Because I've seen some people actually mention the fact that aiding is working on this, but just like, where were y'all for DNF Duel? Just because those didn't have 100 characters in it, y'all didn't buy that game? Because keep in mind, DNF Duel died very quickly, and there's many reasons as to why that happened, but it was not a bad game, not at all.
Y'all didn't show up for Striker, but y'all show up for this. Okay.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all we got to say about it. Any closing thoughts?
Nah, man. Like I don't feel hopeful for this. Like I do feel like it's DOA. I really do, and that's not a good thing. I don't have the best feeling when it comes to this. And again, with anime games right now, it's just that underlying
stigma
of the underlying stigma of that. I'm gonna waste my money if I put money on this. It always happens now. That's why I'm so cautious when it comes to anime games nowadays. And after fucking connections, especially after connections, when all they had to do was put that DLC, put it as DLC as for Storm 4. That's it. A $20 DLC for Storm 4. That's it. And the clapback I got for that, to this day, I'm like, so you're really telling me you would have gladly paid $60 for this? That you gladly paid $60 for this, knowing full well it's a glorified DLC? All right, y'all clearly don't deserve money, but that's another topic. When it comes to this, though, I don't see it.
I don't see it. I just don't see any good at in this. But what we've been shown here, there's a chance they could turn around, but in the visual department, in the lip movement, and all this other stuff, it just looks like a bootleg Marvel vs. Capcom game with a daggone Hunter x Hunter skin on it. That's what it looks like to me.
So what I will say, because I wanted to let you finish, this is crazy because I feel like, because I know some people are going to take this video the wrong way and make it seem, no matter how much I say that I was going to give this a chance, I know some people are going to think that, oh man, you were just hating, you just wanted this to fail. Again, I want every anime game that comes out now, I want it to be successful, because the thing is, it's like, there's a stigma when it comes to anime games, and there was a whole rant I was gonna even do about this, about the anime game stigma back when Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash, when that was first announced, and then when they announced that Bleach game for mobile. And this game, like stuff like this, is why people look down on these anime license games, because they don't put the budget behind it. They don't put a lot of like love and care. Like compare this to Dragon Ball Fighters and other games out there that we've had. Like, yeah, we just got a what's the name of that game? That Fate game. And even though Grand Blue Fantasy is not, they had an anime, but the anime came after the game, so I don't really count that. That's not really an anime license game, but even that's good. So, like, if we count Grand Blue, if we count the Fate game, which I heard was good, like, we're like 2-1 at this point, as far as this year. And if we count connections, then we're like 2-2. Like, we need a win, and this is not helping.
Oh man.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
But yeah, so those are our thoughts on Hunter x Hunter, NEN Impact. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe, and all that. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.